Run was supposed to be released on Mother's Day back in the spring, but of course we all got bogged down with the Rona, so it ended up getting shuffled over to Hulu just a while back. I caught up with Run last weekend, and I'll catch you up to speed on it after this. Welcome back to ML Miller Frights, a part of the Kings of Horror Network. I'm ML Miller. While you might be watching this video on the Kings of Horror Network, I urge you to click over to my ML Miller Frights page and give it a like, share with your buddies across the electronic superhighway, click subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to ring that bell for notifications. Run can be seen now streaming on Hulu. It was directed by Aneesh Chaganty and written by Aneesh Chaganty and Sev Ohanian. In the opening moments of Run, we see Diane Sherman, Sarah Paulson, having a difficult birth, and then a cut to her looking in on an extremely small and premature baby, asking, "Is she going to be okay?" Cut to 17 years later, and we meet Diane's daughter, Chloe, played by Kira Allen, a handicapped teenager in a wheelchair with hopes to leave home and go to college in the fall for an engineering degree. Chloe proves to be an intelligent and resourceful kid, and her relationship between her and her mother seems to be a strong one. But when Chloe accidentally opens the wrong shopping bag, she sees a new prescription marked for Diane, and is later shocked to see those pills in her regular dosage before bedtime. This accidental discovery sets up a series of events that suggest that the treatment Diane is providing for her ailing daughter might not be on the up and up, prompting Chloe to question everything about the secluded lifestyle Diane has set up for her. Pretty much from the beginning, I had a feeling what kind of film this was, and I'm sure you do too. Without revealing too much, the listing of ailments at the beginning and the fact that this is categorized and advertised as a horror film, it's pretty apparent that the idyllic life Diane and Chloe seem to be leading isn't as dreamy as it seems. While the film mildly attempts to play with the notion that Chloe might be hallucinating and paranoid about all of this stuff that she is discovering about her mother, it's pretty apparent from the beginning that Diane isn't the perfect mom. Subtlety is not in this film's repertoire, and soon enough the curtain is pulled back to reveal the monster Diane is, as if anyone were doubting it from the opening moments, and Sarah Paulson's penchant for playing warped individuals. The main problem with Run is that Chloe is supposed to be one smart cookie. She's a genius-level student gearing up to go to college and beyond, but in order for the story to work, Chloe must be oblivious to the fact that her mother has been keeping her prisoner in her own home for as long as she can remember. Never in the years prior to Chloe rooting around in a shopping bag did she ever suspect something was off about the pills she was taking or the overprotectiveness of her mother's care. We're never given any indication that Chloe and her mother ever came at odds about growing up and doing things on her own. Everything is peachy all up until it suddenly isn't, and June Cleaver becomes Norma Bates with a coin flip. It would have been much more interesting to see the numerous times the mask of sanity did slip from Diane before Chloe discovers her predicament, or maybe some kind of scene where Chloe questions the amount of pills she takes, or just tries to go out on her own sometime. But not an eyelash was batted until one mistaken glance at a pill box shatters the whole mirage. It just isn't believable and pokes a hole in the whole notion that Chloe is as smart as she is. The film sets up quite a few obstacles for the handicapped Chloe to overcome in order for her to escape her mom's clutches, which seems to tighten with every inch Chloe attempts to take to leave the home. Each hurdle Chloe is forced to take on becomes more ludicrous than the next, culminating in a truly over-the-top attempt to escape that defies reason. The film desperately wants so much to be more than the Lifetime midweek flick than it really is, with an elaborate escape with Chloe crawling across a rooftop and spitting water on a heated window. It looks even more ridiculous than it sounds, trust me. The tense musical score may indicate that this is the highest level of intrigue, but the action itself looks pretty ridiculous. Scenes are linked together by coincidence and happenstance, not through logical progression or character. Looking for an example? How about when Chloe randomly calls a number, actually gets through to some random guy, and then convinces him to look up something on the internet for her? Roll that dice once, and I guarantee you won't even get a working number, let alone anyone to answer the phone and stay on it. Pat Healy shows up, which is pretty cool. Healy is always fantastic, but is completely wasted here. I hope he got a decent paycheck for his few moments he has on camera. In the end, the film seems to serve only for Sarah Paulson to deliver another round of hysterics by the bucket load. Paulson is a good actress, but the operatics she delivers in Run are hammy and quite laughable. Sure, Paulson delivers crazy well, but she goes from zero to serial mom in record time, leaving the audience wondering how she was able to keep it together for as long as she did. Kira Allen is given a little bit more of a realistic role to play, as she is simply reacting to the batshit antics of her mother for most of the movie. Still, I can understand why the leap from theatrical to Hulu was a smart step for this film, since I think this film barely qualifies as something more than movie of the week quality. Still, I think Run showing up on Hulu was a mistake because the similarly themed The Act is featured heavily on the channel. While I haven't seen The Act, I know the story, and if you know this tale of Munchausen by proxy, you're going to be able to call Run beat for beat. Sure, there are moments of tension that work, but all in all, Run wants to be taken seriously, but it's so over the top, it's hard not to guffaw at its attempts at solid drama. If you like your drama in heaps and hurls, Run is worth chuckling at, but that's not the effect this one intended to have on the viewer, I'm sure. That'll be it for today. Please chime in the comments and let me know what you think of this video, how on the nose or mind-numbingly wrong I am, or you can counter with your own review. If you like this video, please pound that thumbs up button. Share this video with your social media addicted pals. If you're looking for written reviews, you can find them on mlmillerwrites.com. Don't forget, I have 2 new horror comic book trade paperbacks you should look for. GRAVETRANCERS is out right now, and Pirouette, collecting never-before-published issues, will be out in November in only the finest of comic book stores. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for alerts to be the first to see my future videos. Thank you so much for your time, and take care.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're doomed. Oh, you're doomed. You're doomed. You're doomed. Live the life that you are meant to be. Live inside.